Yo, what is up? It is your boy Poetics. I am here to show you basically how I made the beat for the new Dizzy Wright song, Keep Going, dropped today. So, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of jump into it. I made this beat with Montage and AOB. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and jump into each part of the beat and then all of it together and show you what it sounds like. So the melody was made by Montage and AOB, and then they sent it over to me. It's called Pick and Roll, so that's what we called the beat. It's dope little vibe. So that was originally at 130 BPM, and I went ahead and slowed it down to 123, just to get a little bit, because I liked the picked melody of it, like all the instruments, but I wanted it to be a little more spacey and vibey. So then we have a clap in there. And then we have a percussion. It's kind of like a little bell. Then we got this little snare. A little snare rim shot in there. Then I have this little open hi-hat. I like to do this effect where I put a open hi-hat on the one, and then I reverb and delay it. So that one already had a lot of reverb, so you can see right here I went ahead and put delay on it, and that makes it sound kind of like a crash, and it gives it more space, but without taking up too much of the mix. So then we have another open hi-hat, and a percussion. So just the percussion on its own, with no hi-hat, no 808, no kick, there's already a bounce to the percussion if you listen to it. So sometimes I'll do beats like that where I don't put any hi-hat, 808s, or kicks, and it's just the percussion parts. So I can get a bounce going, so then the hi-hat is adding to the bounce, and the kick and 808 are adding to the overall bounce of the track. So we're not completely relying on hi-hats for every beat. So just the percussion and the melody, this is what it sounds like. Okay, and then we have down here, we have the hi-hat, which is very bouncy. Like, it's kind of going all over the place. Like, if you look at it, I have like different octaves and everything. Like, I like to get really creative with my hi-hats. Then we have this big 808. Not very complex, and we don't really need it to be complex because we have so much complex percussion. So that's just kind of a little secret to make your beats have more variety to them, is make other parts of the beat that you wouldn't normally have really complex more complex. So normally my 808s and kicks have like more switch ups to them, but I wanted to do something different, so I kept them pretty basic and went ahead and put most of the movement into the percussion so we could have some good variety in there. And I also felt like with the melody being as complex as it is, because the melody's got like a flute in there, it's got like some percussion, some like picked instruments and stuff, so it didn't need much movement. So I used a lot of percussion, and also to kind of match. It's almost got like a Eastern vibe, and in a lot of other countries they use a lot more percussion for instruments. So I wanted to kind of match that, and then this is what it all sounded like together. And then in the verses, they're pretty straightforward, but we also have just enough switch ups to keep it interesting. So right when the verse comes in, we have a drop. So usually when there's a drop right there, you would expect another drop to be right after that. So instead, I did the four hit Pharrell move, where you do 4 of the kick and 808, and the hi-hat is basically like a stutter. So that kind of keeps you off guard, because you expect the 808 you expect the 808 to come in after 8 bars, but it comes in after 4, which also kind of keeps a little bit of the movement in there. And then we're just going to drop the 808 and kick. So then they come back bouncing on the 1. And then drop the melody, but everything else stays. And then back to the 4-bar stutter. And that brings us right back into the chorus. So that's how you keep that movement in there. And yeah, so that's the track. I'm excited that the track's finally out. Keep Going by Dizzy Wright. Produced by myself, Money Montage, and AOB. So yeah, go show the track some love. Boom.